Welcome to the Ruttin Duck Podcast. I'm Dylan Hotaling.
I'm Jay Rowland.
I'm Weston Hotaling.
And we are your host for this show that is all about hunting in the South.
Yeah, we're just going to cover anything with fur, feathers, and legs. And
Yep, our main thing to stick to is going to be deer, duck, and turkey. But we will have some side quests. Maybe talk about hogs, squirrel, raccoon.
We'll get into some water animals while we're at it, too.
Maybe some water animals, baby.
Yes, sir.
Also known as fish.
Yes.
We're all about having a good time on here. We're never going to be too serious. We will have some in-depth conversations. We're going to have a bunch of guests on to talk about whatever they want to bring to the table. But for the most part, we're just having a good time, joking, cutting up. Whatever comes up. We're not always going to be stuck to talking about hunting. Like, we'll get off topic.
yeah, me and you work together, so they might get a few work stories.
Yeah. Who knows what we'll talk about on here.
Yeah,
But all I know is going to be a good time.
it's gonna be good.
First off, though, I do want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is episode number 1.
Yeah,
Really, it's episode 1 2.0. We decided the first go around we didn't really like a whole lot.
yeah,
There was some things we wanted to change. Some things we brought up that
Probably don't need to be expressed to the public.
yeah.
I don't think people understand. Like, it's not just getting on a mic and talking. There's like a little bit of guidelines you don't want to cross.
Yeah, and when you get good conversation going, it can be a little tough to remember those things.
Yeah,
But we're just regular dudes. We're nothing special. We're pretty poor, to be honest. We're not completely poor. I live in a house,
yeah,
and I'm able to drive to work.
barely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gas gets a little sketchy here and there.
Yeah, be praying on the way to work.
Yeah. Lord, please just
If
let
I hit
me
the gas a little harder, the gas in the gauge will go up a little more.
let me just roll a little further. Almost there.
You know, I got that manual. When I'm going downhill, I just throw it in neutral.
Yeah. I do that in my Dodge. Just turn the knob to neutral and pray I don't throw it in reverse.
Oh, man.
But yeah, we're not famous. We're nothing. Nothing special.
Nah.
We had this idea. Say, hey, let's go do a podcast about hunting.
Yeah, we were sitting at sitting at work.
Yeah. And that was in turkey season, which it's 2024. It is
Almost 2025.
it's November. November the 3rd. And we had this idea in March. Things just didn't quite work out.
Yeah, it was like more things kept popping up every time we got closer.
Yeah. And now that we've got a studio, which is the Yap Shack.
Yes.
The Yap Shack is a pond house. It's pretty cool. We did some designing in here. And
We borrowed it from our Uncle Mark. Shout out to him.
yes, thank you, Uncle Mark, for letting us use your pond house as a studio.
Yeah. Beats the alternatives we had.
Yep. Either Shack in Jay's backyard.
Oh, where our cameraman would have had to sit on the toilet.
Yeah,
and film
where he
us.
would have had to sit on the toilet. Or other option was to go rent a storage unit where we would have had zero power.
Yes. So we kind of got the best of both worlds after y'all's Uncle Mark graciously let us borrow this place for a little while.
Yeah. So now that we've gotten here and we did episode 1, we realized there is a lot more that goes into this
Oh man.
than we knew. And that's been a learning curve. I still don't even know if we got it down pat.
No, probably not.
Hopefully, if you're listening, you guys just heard some sick intro music, and there's video with this podcast.
Yes.
If not, it's because we still can't figure it out.
Yep. We had some free time this week, and we spent how many hours would you say? Like 10?
Yeah, like a whole day and a half.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was rough, and I'm no computer whiz.
no.
I was just like, I was there to comfort Dylan for the most part. I was like a comfort
And Jay
companion.
was just over there cheering me on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy.
You got this.
Meanwhile, I had no idea what I was doing either. So, guys, just bear with us. It's not going to be amazing for maybe the first 1 or 2 episodes, but we're getting better. So if you're watching this, or if you're listening to this on Spotify, check out YouTube. All right, so for Spotify, we need 12 episodes. With those 12 episodes to get ads, which I know nobody wants to hear ads, but we got to have them to be able to bring you better content, better mics,
Yeah.
headphones, maybe a better table,
Maybe so.
maybe for us to be able to afford to go buy some better mounts or more mounts so we can have some more to put up back here.
Yeah, or maybe just some arms for the mics.
Some arms would be awesome.
Those would be awesome.
That
If
would-
y'all are listening and y'all want to send a gift.
Yeah, we've only been on here for just a couple minutes, and my back already hurts.
Yes. The last time, these chairs were way more comfortable than they are right now.
Yeah,
We had our hard work week.
yeah, and part of that problem is because the floor of the pond house is beginning to slope because it's pretty old. So our chairs have wheels, and they want to roll.
Yes.
So I guess to get all that out of the way,
Yeah. That's
Go
just the intro to us.
yeah, if you're looking at, just check out YouTube, like and subscribe, please. Please like and subscribe for us.
If you like the content,
Yeah. If you don't like it, then
you can still like it.
you can still like it. You can still subscribe. You just ain't got to watch it.
Hey, it's up to you. No, but you want to get into a few stories?
Yeah, let's just get into the nitty gritty here.
I would love to hear about. You said you hunted yesterday.
I did hunt yesterday.
Why don't you let the folks know what kind of hunting we do around here?
So around here, we do a lot of dog driving.
Yeah, we do a lot of dog driving. That's actually what me and Wes, obviously if you heard our last names, we're brothers. I'm like 10 years older than Wes. Shout out Mom and Dad for dropping that bomb on me when I was 10. No, I'm just picking. But we started out dog driving. You can dog drive in diapers, like your dad can take you, throw you in the truck, and listen to the CB, dance around in the passenger seat while your dad's driving 50 down a dirt road trying to cut off a 4-point.
Yeah.
So that's where we started, and we still do it, still love it. It's been a tradition, and it's been around for a long time. I hope that we can help people to understand. There's a lot of people who don't agree with dog driving.
Yeah. I quit dog driving, but I don't have a problem with it. It's fun, especially for kids. Like if a kid's never hunted, I recommend taking them on a dog drive.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a blast.
It keeps them involved. It keeps them involved in it. It's action packed.
Yeah.
When I say action packed, I mean it's not like you're blasting deer left and right.
It's not like you're guaranteed to kill anything. You ain't even guaranteed to hear the dogs bark.
Yeah.
But you can still have a good time.
Oh yeah, yeah. It just keeps them. It's better than taking a kid to a stand and expect them to sit there and be quiet.
Especially if they've never hunted before. Like you don't have to worry about that with dog driving. They can
Right.
have fun with it.
Yeah. So that's where we do a lot of that around here. There's a lot of guys that do, and we plan on having some men that actually have dogs to come on and talk about it a little more in depth of what all goes into it. So yeah, we went on a hunt yesterday, and Wes, I'll let you take it on.
Where Dylan doesn't get the opportunity to go in there very much, but he did yesterday, and we had a good time yesterday. We first part of the morning, it was about what would you say, an hour and a half of just non-stop,
balls to the walls,
non-stop, both sides of the road, dogs everywhere. Then once 9 o'clock hit and everybody, because we turned loose at about 7.
Yeah, turn loose at about 7, and you can't move off your stand until
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. So,
and then once 9 o'clock hit, usually everybody starts picking up dogs to do another hunt. But for that whole 2 hours, roughly, was nonstop. Couldn't sit down, nonstop walking back and forth, and it was a pretty good time.
Yeah. I know we saw within about an hour time frame, they ran 4 deer across us. But you don't always get a chance to shoot.
No.
Everybody thinks that the dogs just run the deer to you, like they know where you are, and they can change that deer's course.
Yes.
Like the deer knows where he's at. That's his home.
Yeah.
And they use the wind as one of their senses. They're going to run into the wind to try and smell you.
Yeah. And the dog, 9 times out of 10, the deer really aren't stretched out full speed because that deer knows he can get away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the deer also know that these dogs are tracking them off of smell, because that's one of the main ways that deer actually, that's one of their main senses. Sight is okay, not the greatest. Hearing's really good, and their smeller's really good. So,
Yeah.
I think they know that.
Deer use the water to lose their sense a lot of times. So that's why you'll see a lot of deer when they're getting ran by the dogs. They'll just go swim across the river.
Yep. Yeah, they'll take off. I keep getting something in my throat. I keep hammering down on this
Nervousness.
microphone here. Yeah. I don't know why, but I feel more uneasy, like nervous about this episode than we did the first time.
I think it's because we finally think we've figured out how to do everything, and this one's actually going to air.
Yeah.
Or get out there. Like last time, I thought we did really good on the first one.
Yeah.
But
When you go back and listen to it, it's not.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but there was some topics that we probably didn't need to get into.
Yeah.
yeah, most likely. Which now I did read a book,
Yes.
and I was safe.
You were.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's okay.
And y'all are too. That's not a rule in y'all's club. That's a.
That particular.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know where I'm going.
Yeah. Gotcha. Well.
Because I read y'all's rules.
Okay. Well, we'll still not go into detail of where we are, but people that know us know.
Yeah.
I feel like we're being very not funny right now.
Yeah.
It'll come.
Yeah. Guys, hold on. Just hang on in there.
Yeah.
We're getting over these jitters.
You want to give them a little something
Let's talk about the bow.
about the bow.
Let's talk about
Okay. So Dylan, and just to put this out there, those two are brothers. I'm their second or third cousin, one or the other,
I think second or third cousin, yeah.
something like that. So we're pretty close. We ain't been close our whole lives, but when me and Dylan started working together, we really kind of like.
We were close as kids.
Yeah,
We haven't got a lot of kids. I remember we used to play in Army in the car as we ride by. And just,
yeah, but we went to different schools, so we never really seen each other that much. But,
holidays.
Yeah,
about
holidays. Getting them biscuits from Nanny's.
Yes, sir, baby.
But Dylan, out of the three of us, I would like to call you the bow hunter.
Ooh.
I've
got a bow.
I'm definitely not the bow hunter. I've never been hunting with a bow, but Dylan's got recurve.
Yeah, I got a compound, and I got the recurve because I like it.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah, well, Dylan asked me, I went to his house the other day, and he was like, "What, do you want to try to shoot it?" And I was like, "Yeah." So he pulls it out, and he, you said it was an arm guard, right?
Yeah.
He has this arm guard that he put on, and he showed me how to shoot it and all that good stuff. And so it gets to my turn, and target's probably, 8 yards?
I'd say 8 yards, yeah.
Yeah. And So I go to shooting the bow. I'm doing pretty good at 8 yards.
I was actually surprised.
Yeah, I mean,
because I've been kind of all over it. And I was shooting at 10 yards, but a recurve, 2 yards makes a difference. But
yeah.
I was still surprised you put 3 of them right there in a baseball size.
I felt like that chick off Brave.
Yeah. I was
pretty
like,
good groups.
okay.
I might just put the guns down.
Yeah, I've had to just give this bow to Jay.
No, but I'm sitting there and I go to shoot my last shot, and Dylan put the arm guard on me because he said if the string smacks your arm, it's going to hurt pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that ain't what happened. I shoot this last shot, and I get flicked in the titty by this string, and it knocks the water out of my nipple.
Jay said, "Oh my God, dude, it's like just knocked the water out my nipple."
Yeah, I didn't even know you could leak from them things. Not a male.
Poor fellow was lactating after that.
I mean, I looked like I had a hickey. No, but I mean, it was pretty good fun.
Yeah,
I'd like to dive deeper into trying to get into deer hunting with the bow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take off in the woods with it until I'm confident at like 20 yards. Once I can hit good groups at 20, then I'll take it and shoot deer at like 10 to 15 yards.
Yeah. I don't think that bow hunting around here would be like it is in like the colder states and stuff like that.
The northwestern, western states. Yeah, that's because a lot of them, their bow season is, that's their main season. Everybody bow hunts out there.
But their seasons also aren't as long as our seasons are. I mean, we got like, 5.5 months of just straight rifle season.
Yeah, almost half of the year is shooting a rifle or a shotgun.
And I would say that might be the reason most of our bucks don't get as mature as their bucks up there, but also the deer know that they're being hunted.
Yeah, well, I thought about that, and I was like, in the states where they can only bow hunt, they only have a range of, after 40 yards, it's starting to get out there. Most guys, 40 yards is probably their max.
Yeah.
So the deer can move a lot more. Like with a rifle, you can shoot up to 200-300 yards if you want to. So the deer don't even like to move. Yeah. It's like, if I go in this field, I'm going to get clapped either way.
Yeah. Around here, if it ain't dark, big boy ain't coming out.
No.
If it's 12 o'clock at night, he ain't coming out. Unless it's 2:30, 3 o'clock, it's prime time, baby.
Until he hears people snoring.
Yeah.
Until he hears people snoring from across the woods.
He goes to the farmer's house and just peeks through the window and makes sure.
All right, they down. Let's go.
Yeah. It's a challenge hunting around here. I think it's a lot harder to hunt around here. We kill deer, but I think size-wise, I think this would have to be one of the hardest states to kill
a big buck. Yeah, and that's not saying like, oh, we got like the hardest state to do it in.
Yeah, no.
But just for those circumstances, people,
we got easy deer hunting.
Yeah.
We got hard big buck killing.
Yeah, you can go to just about any patch of woods.
Yeah.
If you just really want to kill a deer, you can go get it done.
Yeah, just take you two walkers or something.
Yeah.
Turn them loose. They'll come out of there.
Yeah.
What's a monster in South Carolina that would be average in another state? Like, let's say
a cow horn.
I would say
most 100-inch bucks.
Yeah.
100 inches.
I'd say 100 inches is pretty common.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
You said he scored 119, right?
Yeah, 119 and
119. I'd have shot him. I wouldn't have thought twice about it.
Nah.
Yeah, so what happened there, we used to hunt this field, and it was a long, narrow, rectangular field.
Yeah.
We'd go out in the summertime, or just a few weeks before the season would start, all the bucks would still be in velvet, and there'd be like 40, 50 deer out in this 35-acre field. And there'd be like 3 or 4 bucks that are like, make him look pretty small. And then, so we get all juiced up, like, holy smokes, we got some monsters out here. You put trail cameras out at, I mean, we always just waited till deer season started. We probably should have done some preparation, but it didn't matter because we would never see those deer again.
Yeah.
They just disappear. But I think that one was killed in November, but my grandpa and my grandmother actually used to like to go with my grandpa, and she would go sit in a separate stand just to watch animals. She's a big she loves animals. Not that she don't like deer hunting, but you know, she just likes to watch animals. So me and my dad, we pulled up, we saw that they were there. So I texted my granddad and said, "Which stand are you in?" He told me which one he was in because we had two of them.
Yeah.
So we said, all right. So we took a left and went to the other one. And we get down there, and there's a four-wheeler parked at the stand. We said, what in the world? Well, my grandma gets out the stand. She's like, I'm sorry. I just wanted to come watch some deer. So we're like, well, that's all right. We got in the stand. Me and my dad were like, we ain't seeing nothing. Because, I mean, we were late. We were late getting there.
Yeah.
I mean, about time for the deer to start walking. And she just zoomed off on the four-wheeler. So it was still shooting light, but it was getting really dark. And we saw a body step out. So my dad looked through the scope, because I was 11.
Yeah.
I was still young. I had shot a couple does and like a cow horn. And my dad looked through the scope and he said, oh my God. I was like, what is it? He said, it's a really big buck. It's a 3-point. And so immediately I went to trembling. I put the scope up. He says, do not miss. So I'm like, all right, Daddy. I'll pull this thing up. Pooh-yow. Deer just lifts his head like, what just happened? I whiffed completely. I about started crying. My dad says, give me the gun. Shucked another one in, handed it to me. Booyah. He did the donkey kick, you know, took off. My dad said, oh, you got him for sure. I was like, are you sure? He said, is he down?
Is he down?
Daddy, is he down? Can you see him, Daddy?
Can you see him? Is he down? Did he go down?
He was like, well, I'm pretty sure the way he just kicked, that normally means you made a good hit.
Yeah, usually you can, if you hit them, there's signs.
Yeah. Normally they give a good.
The best signs when they just fall over.
Yeah, that's the best.
That's the good one.
There's no guessing.
I was shooting a 270. Still shoot a 270.
What brand?
Mine is a Savage.
I love those.
Yeah,
that's what I shoot as well.
I haven't shot it in years because I took it on a hunt, shot a doe, came back out. I had the four-wheeler. I leaned my gun against the four-wheeler. I was on the side of the road, and my gun fell over, and the scope hit the concrete. Didn't crack it or nothing, but I'm just scared. I need to go sight it in.
What scope do you have?
That one's a Loophole.
Loophole?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Pro Staffs?
Huh?
Pro Staff?
Pro Staff?
Yeah.
Like a brand or like?
The scope?
Yeah. I've never heard of a Pro Staff scope.
Heard of a Pro Staff?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah.
You got one?
Pretty sure that's what it's called.
Pro Staff is normally like
Hold on.
people that.
Let me do some research.
I don't really know what Pro Staff do. It used to be like a cool title, but now like anybody can be a Pro Staff. Noah, do you know what a Pro Staff is? Pull that up, Noah. I'm just kidding. Jay's got. We don't have service. Yes, we don't have service in here. Zero Wi-Fi.
I used to be able to have somewhere to still hunt with my daddy and my brother, but that was at the time I didn't really care for it. I didn't really care for hunting a whole lot.
Yeah.
But now I'm all for it. I'll do whatever.
Yeah, yesterday you were running up and down that road.
Oh my God.
Them dogs was coming. Wes was like, I'm going. Yeah. I'm going to get him, Daddy. You got anything on it, Jay?
On what?
Pro Staff. Oh, a Nikon scope. That's the brand is Nikon and
the model.
Yes, the model is
whatever.
Pro Staff.
I don't care about all that stuff.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know Nikon's a good brand. So
what's Pro Staff? That's just
the model of the scope.
Okay. So it's like GMC Sierra.
Yes.
Okay.
Just like that.
I got you.
Identical. No difference.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. I didn't just roast you up there. So yeah, what about them? Are they good?
Oh yeah. They're shockproof. Or mine is like I've dropped mine out the tree stand, picked it up, killed a deer.
Good God.
Yeah. I mean, when y'all are climbing in the stand, do you have like I call it a gun rope. It's just like a strap rope that goes down with
pull it back
clip
up
on it, just to pull it up.
I've got a strap on my gun, so I just put the gun, strap it across one shoulder.
You got a sling?
Yeah, a sling, not a strap.
He's strapped.
But I got the sling, and I just put it around my head so it stays. I don't have to worry about it going anywhere.
I quit doing that because I had a nice buck on the corn pile one day when I was getting up there, and scope hit the gun reel, and he was getting
that'll do it.
So I just made me a little rope, and I just pull it up once I get up there. Now it's a little sketchy if they're on the corn pile and you're trying to ease a gun up, and they're looking at you, and then you got to hold the weight of the gun
and hope it don't clang on the stand trying to pull it up.
And then you got that one stubborn doe that'll look at you for 10 minutes, and you're just sitting there like this.
She starts stomping that foot.
Yeah, like,
it's like, you're next.
Yeah, but you know how you were talking about like how your hunt with that one went with like kind of disruptions in the hunt. The biggest one I ever shot at, that's basically how it went. It was a nice 11 point. Well, we were getting in the stand, and I was young as well. Still hunted with my dad. Had to. But we crawled up in the stand, and we were only there like 15 minutes. And I'm not a fan of sitting in the stand for a long time. I get in there about probably 30 minutes before sunset. I only sit for about an hour.
Wow.
I mean, I just get there for the prime time hunting. I've killed a lot of deer. A lot of deer in an hour. You know?
You don't use feeders, just corn piles?
I don't even do that.
Oh,
wow. He just...
Aikens, mate.
Yeah, I'm like an Indian.
Yeah. Pick it from the tree yourself.
Yeah. Find an apple tree, just throw some apples off the tree.
Well, it works.
But we were sitting there, and my ringer goes off 2 minutes before this buck comes on the corn pile. It's my mom calling me to find out where I'm at, if I'm with my dad or not. Okay. So that happens. I'm like, well, that just screwed this hunt up. The next thing I know, all I see is a rack. I was like, nice. So I pull up, get ready to shoot, and this stand was way bigger than me, because at 11, I'm still not tall, but I was like really short.
Yeah.
So like the guard rail was like, or the gun rail was like up here. It was like way up. So I had to sit on my dad's knee because I was going to try to just stand up, but then I was kind of like this. So I just sat on my dad's knee. He was like, just sit on my knee. So I did that, and I'm getting ready, and I pull the trigger, and I'm shooting at 270. Little savage. And I shoot, and you hear off the back of the tree right behind the buck. God. And my buck didn't do like yours and give me another shot. He was gone. Never caught him on camera again or anything.
I bet your dad probably wanted to launch you off his knee out that stand.
That was like the fourth buck that year that could have gone on a wall that I missed.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, I was sick. Like, there was a lot of days.
I see why you quit deer hunting.
My dad told me after that, he said, if you can't hit the next one, he said, I don't care if it's a doe, you're done. He was like, you're wasting shells scaring off these bucks that I could have on my wall. But, and at the target range, dead on, I would get so nervous that I would just jerk the gun.
Yeah.
I would go to pull the trigger and jerk, but I finally got my breathing technique down. And ever since then, man, the big one won't walk out no more.
Yeah.
I'm lucky if I get a basket rack 8.
Yeah.
Nah, but ended up, Paul, he killed him 4 years later. He was going way down here. He was easily over 200 pounds when I missed him 11 point. But when he killed him, I think he was still an 11, but he only weighed 125 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't think he had any teeth left. But he was a good buck. It sucked to miss that.
Yeah.
The difference with still hunting and dog driving is still hunting, you have to be pretty much dead silent for the most part. And You don't want to have your phone light very bright.
It look like a star come dark.
Yeah. Dog driving, you can get out the truck. I mean, you don't obviously want to be screaming and beating stuff, but you can talk regular.
I mean, I've had deer come out.
Yeah.
While I'm sitting there talking.
Yeah. I mean, rate the CB blasting.
Yeah.
And
just a.
You want me to tell you a story?
Might as well.
Back when I had that old truck of mine, that gray one, and we hunted in this one club, I had straight pipes on the truck. And they would make me go around the block of woods we were going to hunt in second gear, just like giving it to it. And they wouldn't even turn the dogs loose. They just shoot the deer when they come out.
God, no.
Yeah, it's just, all you hear, grrrr.
Just hear Jake.
Yeah, it was fun. It'd be 8 o'clock in the morning. Them deer like,
Jay said, I am the dog.
I am. Nah, I mean, I had a lot of good times in that place. But
Yeah, dog driving's fun. It is. It's just
you got to have
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time ain't a friend of me and you.
No, me and Jay, we both have kids.
with another one on the way.
With another one on the way.
Both of us.
And our ladies, my wife's like, I don't blame her because she's got a full-time job, and she's trying to do school, and so
kids are rough.
Yeah,
they can be a handful.
Just if there's any young man that,
I'm just started high school,
yeah,
so I've got my ways to go.
Yeah, like when you want to start considering having kids and you're a big hunter, give yourself time to just plan to not hunt much.
Yeah. Now, if you're a duck hunter, you can get away with it.
Yeah, if you're a duck hunter, you can around here.
Yeah. Like,
you got 15 minutes of blasting action.
Just action packed.
Yeah.
Which I probably haven't announced it, but I'm probably the duck hunter of the group.
Yeah.
But our job's very lenient, and I took that full force last year.
Yeah, Jay.
I think I missed 7 days all of the last duck season.
Did you ever count up how many ducks you killed just last season?
It's got to be 150.
That's more than that.
200.
No, I think it's right at the 200 mark.
Wow.
I think it's in the 190s.
Okay, hold on. How many days are in duck
That's
season?
just wood ducks. That don't count any mergansers. That don't count pintail, or not pintails, but ringnecks.
Mallards,
yeah.
Well, how many days are in duck season?
I think it's 60.
So
if I ain't mistaken, I think it's 60 days.
times 3. Let's do some math.
That's 120.
60 times 2 is 120.
180. Good night.
How many ducks did you kill?
A good bit.
Well, he had to limit out on
wood ducks.
No, that includes everybody else.
Yeah, you got to remember. I'm not counting just me.
Yeah.
Like my whole little group. And I mean, there's mornings we have 4 people, we smoke limits.
I was going to say, we're going to edit this part out.
Yeah, no, it's all legal. Duck hunting around here, I'd like to say, at least the holes I hunt. I mean, I know other people around here that ain't going to agree with this, but I think we got jam up duck hunting.
When there's water where you're at.
Well, I mean, everything we hunt's dammed up. There's always water.
Yeah.
Now, which I took y'all, that hunt me and you went on, just you and me, that was pretty good.
Yeah. I've been to Arkansas with a fella that I really hope I can get on here to talk more about that, but he's got a place in Arkansas. He lives here. But we went to Arkansas. We went for a cold front. It was snowing and sleeting and icing the whole way there. A 13-hour trip turned into a 17-hour trip. And when we got there, there was snow everywhere and ice everywhere. So to be honest, you really couldn't hit it any better. Because I'm assuming just by what I saw, the ducks had to be migrating in the whole time we were there.
Yeah.
The first day we didn't kill not one single bird. They tried a new spot, and I was like, I thought we just
in the wrong place.
Just went to this place 13 hours away and just didn't kill a thing.
Yeah.
But the next day we limited out pretty quick, and the last day, the third day we were there, we limited out, and it was awesome. Shooting mallards. Mallard hunts are a lot different than wood duck hunts. Wood ducks know where they're going.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to do nothing to alter their flight path. I mean, there's things you can do.
Yeah.
But a call is not one.
No.
Not in my personal opinion. I've been duck hunting since I was 9 and I'm 22.
Yeah.
And I can tell you one thing. If you think that calling them is going to get them to turn. I mean, every now and then you can whistle at them or something and they might turn.
Yeah, if they've already been shot at and are looking for a place to land.
Yeah.
But you don't know if they've already been shot at.
But now, that's a heck of a thing. A wood duck that's been shot at, that sucker's rolling.
Yes.
I mean.
They learn pretty quickly.
Hey, they know the deal. Like opening day. Man, them suckers will be getting out of some places. But
yeah.
A wood duck ain't a bird that I think you can just manipulate by calling it. I mean, a mallard, you can call mallards in.
Some people will disagree with that.
Yeah.
But in my experience.
I'm just telling you what I see out of the wood ducks that I hunt,
Yeah, and for somebody that's killed 200 wood ducks with his buddies, but he's, has been there to see 200 wood ducks get taken.
And that's basically every year.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
we've got birds. We do not use bait. There's no point in bait. I mean, you just got to be in the X. You got to find the X.
Yeah. Now you can bait before the season starts.
Yeah, but it's got to be gone 10 days before season.
Yeah. And that, I mean, to be honest.
And I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when you got other people, say you got your neighbor, say you got a little swamp, but your neighbor's got a flooded cornfield.
Right.
How do you compete with that?
You don't.
You don't.
You just try to get permission to go home with your neighbors.
It's just, hey, can I come hunt with you one time? And I don't understand how that is a thing. Like, how can you flood a cornfield that would be hunting over corn? Mm-hmm. But if somebody takes a bag of corn and dumps it in a swamp, that's illegal. Yeah. I think if it's going to be illegal, it's got to be illegal both ways. Or if it's going to be
So you're saying like it should be illegal to hunt a flooded cornfield, to actually hunt it?
That's just my personal opinion. If you're going to make it illegal to dump it in the swamp.
Well, that's kind of like, I mean, here, we can, you can hunt a cornfield for deer, but you can throw corn out for them too.
Yeah.
As long as you're not shooting over your limit.
Yeah.
But I did read a while back, like I was trying to find out why that is. And it basically said people that are flooding these cornfields and stuff, the ducks have a food source right there. They know it's not going anywhere, so they just won't migrate.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. But you don't have to worry about that here.
Yeah.
Our ducks.
Our wood ducks are mostly like native wood ducks.
Yeah.
I mean, they're here year round.
Yeah.
I mean, we've probably got. I mean, we probably get some that migrate back down here, but I think majority of our birds are like native birds. Like, this is just where they stay.
Yeah.
Now, you can definitely tell the difference between our mallards and a mallard from Arkansas. Our native mallards are like puny.
They're like the same size as our wood ducks.
Yeah, like our mallards aren't very big. But you put that thing up, it'll make one from Arkansas look like a goose.
Yeah. So we talked about deer. We talked about ducks.
Yeah.
We got one more out of the big three, which is a freaking, what'd you call them, Jay? Thunder chicken.
Dang, no, not thunder
chicken.
It wasn't fat dragons.
Yeah.
Some fat dragons. The story behind that, or not a story, but just to say him, he was fat and his beard was dragging. That's all I know to say.
I love turkey hunting with a passion.
I have that love. It ain't as great as duck hunting, but I still love it.
Yeah. Turkey hunting's my thing.
Yeah.
I started turkey hunting after deer and duck. A good bit after. Man, that is like cocaine.
I think hunting where you can like actually call the animal in, I think that's more fun. Honestly.
Yeah,
like, I mean, you can call a deer, I guess, like using grunt calls and stuff. But when you get a turkey 15 yards away and he strikes up right in front of you, oh man, shiver me timbers.
Oh yeah, it feels so good. Do it again.
Can you feel that?
Which, who was it that introduced all of us to turkey hunting?
I mean, I can't. I don't know if he wants me to say his name. He's one of our dad.
Yeah,
his friends.
I wouldn't think.
He probably wouldn't get upset. Nah. Well, you know who it is, don't you?
Yeah.
Mine was my father. I was 4. Hey, we were hunting, and like at 4, you really don't care. You don't even know what's going on. And I got tired of walking, so he was toting me and his gun and his bag and all of that. We come into this field, and there's turkeys. There's like a fence in this field, and there's turkeys sitting on the fence like buzzards. Good, it's like, good Lord, they were full of turkeys out there, and he didn't even shoot one. I said, well, why didn't you shoot? He said, I can't when I'm holding you.
I don't want to. I mean, for right now, we still got a little while till turkey season.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to dive too much in right now because we're going to get in the nitty gritty come about end of February, beginning of March. I don't know. We might do a little earlier. I have a few episodes already out.
Well, I mean, we've got stories we can talk about it.
Because before a season starts, let's just say before turkey season, February, I'm hitting up YouTube. I'm watching Michael Waddell go call some birds. I'm watching anything. All turkey hunting videos.
I will say Michael Waddell, I mean, I'm a huge fan. Like, if you're going to learn something about turkey hunting, I think he's your guy.
He can call. I
mean, I'm going to listen to any and everything I get out of his video.
He could yacht, baby.
Yeah. But, like, I do the same thing. I watch a lot of his videos before season comes in, like, just to get new techniques.
Yeah, you get new techniques. Sometimes you need a little reminder because, you can get a little excited turkey hunting.
Oh, yeah.
You can get and just kind of forget.
On a call like it's nothing.
Forget all the stuff you've learned.
Yeah.
And, so.
I've had one. He wasn't nothing but a Jake, and I didn't plan on shooting him, but I had him at 15 yards. And I messed up on the call when he just took off. I use a slate call.
Okay, yeah.
And I guess that's what you call it.
Yeah, or a slate call, pot call.
Yeah, that's what I call
glass call, whatever you got.
And I messed up. Like, you know how you try to do your little purr?
Mm-hmm.
I messed up, and I drug it too long, and it got to the side of the call that like I don't really use.
Yeah.
And it went. He went. It took off. I mean, I didn't plan on shooting him, but I still didn't want to mess up. I was just trying to see how close I could get him.
Yeah, you didn't want to educate him too much.
No, he got educated.
Yeah.
And I've had a few stories with Jakes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had one. I was just bored, and like I had some free time. I got off work early that day. Baby was at daycare. Old lady was at work, so I just rode down there. And I was just sitting in the truck playing with the call, just seeing if I could get one to gobble. And a Jake pops up about 8 yards on the other side of a ditch, just looking at me. And I'm sitting there with my feet kicked up on the door in the truck.
I just imagine that sight, seeing Jake.
Yeah. I was like, oh, crap. And he just sat there and looked at me. And I was like, well, he's pretty dumb. I was like, I'm going to just see if I can kill him. And I get the gun out the case. And instead of him turning around, running back across the ditch, and I still got to load the gun and all because it's not loaded. He jumps across the ditch, runs across the road, and runs down the other side of the ditch on this side of the road. And he just takes off. So I was like, well, whatever. So I just got in the truck and drove beside him for a little while.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you started going away there.
My bad. Could you still hear me?
Yeah, you can probably still hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hear it.
But I mean, we'll probably dive into a little bit of, we'll dive in a lot of duck hunting right here in a few more weeks.
It's starting
20 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some things.
Oh yeah, I am fully aware of what's coming right now.
Every day.
Deer hunting's gonna get pretty hot too, because with the cold weather coming.
What cold weather?
Hey, we're in South Carolina, dude. I'm just kidding. Oh.
If it ain't 100 degrees, it's 10.
Yeah, not much in between.
Once late November comes, it's usually once it starts to feel like you freezing out there, bucks are gonna start moving.
Yep, and then Christmas Day comes and it's 90 degrees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We've had like 2 or 3 Christmases since I've been alive.
There's been 70 degrees.
Last Christmas, I was on the back porch in shorts.
Yeah, yeah. So,
sorry if y'all just heard the train.
I wonder if they could hear that.
I don't know.
So, we're out in the middle of nowhere. Apparently, there's a train track that runs through the woods.
It's right there.
Yeah,
You don't do it?
yeah, I know where it's at. It's right down there. Like we said, we're on the pond. No power. If you guys can hear the generator, I'm sorry. We've got
working on that.
Yeah, we've got one extension cord running 1, 2, 3 lights. Charging my phone. Oh man.
What?
My computer has 20%. It was on 100.
Good night.
Apparently,
We using some power.
we are using some power right now.
I mean, all of this is gonna.
Good.
All of this is gonna like get better as we go.
Yeah.
We just wanted to hurry up and get started because
Yeah.
I mean we've been trying since you said like the last turkey season,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
we're almost halfway through deer season.
yeah.
Duck season's about to start, and I mean, need to have something to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to talk about stuff when it ain't in season, but
Yeah.
I mean, we've got plenty of stories.
Yeah. We've got a lot to talk about. We've got a lot of guests that are going to come on and talk. We got a lot of crazy people that are going to come on and talk. It's going to be a good time.
And this isn't people that most of y'all are gonna know. I mean, if you're local, you may know them, but this is not your Michael Waddell or your Mark Drury.
These are your rednecks. That's going to be coming on here.
Man, this is going to be a redneck podcast, baby.
Yeah, these are like, what would you call them? Hometown superstars.
Yeah. I mean, if you live in Marion, Mullins,
Nichols,
Lakeview, Dillon,
Galvant's Ferry.
Yeah, if you live there, you might know them.
Yeah.
But after that, you don't. So, but I mean, everything we talk about, yes, will be about South Carolina, but it can also be for Georgia, Florida, all the southern states.
Yeah,
We'll be able to relate to.
And I mean, we'll have a few duck hunting stories about North Carolina just from hunting up there. But
wow, we've dropped 2% since I said it is on 18.
What is it? What's it pulling from?
Do you have a charger?
Yes, but I can't use it because of the way our mics are. Maybe I can figure out a way to use our hub there.
What's all the power pulling from?
I think it's because I think it's because of this app that we're filming with.
It could be. How long have we been filming?
50 minutes is how long we've been filming. I don't know how much of this we actually used for how many takes we had to do.
Yeah.
We kept drawing blanks.
And laughing.
Yeah. So we'll get it to about 5%. When we hit 5%, I'm going to have to cut it off.
Yeah.
And save it.
Yeah. So, guys, everyone listening, you have till 5%. So we didn't mention this. We said his name, but we have Noah behind the camera, which don't really even have to have him back there now that we got this. But what I want to do is be able to give Noah my computer.
Yeah. And Noah will come on every now and again. I think he agreed to share a few stories. He's not a camera guy. I don't think any of us really are, but taking one for the team.
Yeah, we're gonna try this.
We're gonna see where this goes. And yeah, this podcast, the first few are gonna be kind of rough. We've never done a podcast. I've never even got up in front of a class and read an essay or nothing like that. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, other people did it. I just took the 10% off my test grade and just sat in the chair. I ain't doing that.
Well, the podcast that we've listened to It's one that kind of was most similar to what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
What we wanted our podcast to kind of be like. We had planned a podcast way before we started listening to a different one.
Yeah. I mean, you thought of the podcast, and then we started like listening.
We didn't start listening until about it was August.
Yeah. They're pretty good though.
Yeah.
Like,
and theirs starts at episode 3. It don't have an episode 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the first ones weren't great.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard because if you've never done it, I mean, if you had experience, it'd be one thing, but like with us, I mean, we're not technical, whatever you want to call it.
No.
But
we're getting it figured out. I mean, y'all just stick with us.
Once y'all get a version of us that's warmed up,
yeah.
Oh, it's gonna get good.
I mean, this podcast it's one for the boys by the boys.
Strictly.
There is no scripts in this.
Ain't no scripts in this.
Yeah,
What?
like, I mean, did that sound like that?
No, I just wanted to do that. I just wanted to slurp
you're gonna get the most authentic stories you're ever gonna hear.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all might look at us as hillbillies. I've been told at some work conferences that I have a heck of an accent. Some fella told me I sound like dur-da-dur.
And
whatever.
where was he from?
Alabama.
Yeah.
I was like, that's saying something if I sound like that. I was like,
Hey, if you know what chicken bog is,
hey, guinea bog?
if you call rice with meat bog, then you're in the right place.
Yeah, hey. I mean, chicken bog's busted, but you ever had guinea bog?
I ain't never had no guinea bog.
You need to try some guinea bog. When I tell you that thing's slapping, that might be where my dirtiness comes from.
Are you talking about guineas as in the ones that like just stay in the yard?
Look like mini turkeys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, never tried it.
Need to get
maybe
on
we
that.
should. Maybe we should
We'll have an episode. I'll cook some.
Yes, we'll have some guinea bog and we'll do a review.
Like you remember, you and Noah remember that breakfast casserole I made?
Yeah, I think it was busting.
I mean, it was busting, right? You think that was good? Get your lips on some guinea bog. You talk about making water come out your nipples. I mean,
well,
you're gonna soak your bra.
I'm curious about this guinea bog now.
Hey, we're gonna have to make it.
We should.
I get to walk and
make some guinea bog in the walk, baby.
Yes, sir. Got that thing oiled down.
So let's see. Like we said, it's for the boys. I don't know how many female hunters are gonna check this out. So this is for the boys.
I mean, whoever likes it. If you like it,
hey, if you're anywhere from the ages of 8 to 85.
Hey, if you're 90 and you like it,
if you're still alive and you can hear, then listen.
It ain't hold back, dude. If you're alive, even if you're on life support,
if you're a live human being with testicles,
the CPAP machine hooked up to you,
got a life alert button.
These boys killing me for real.
Beep, beep. Nah, for real. No, but I say we're gonna try to keep it as PG as we can.
Yeah.
I mean, we're from the South. Things is gonna happen. Things is gonna get said.
Anything with foul language always makes it funnier.
Yeah, right. I mean, we're gonna try to stay away from it just because. I mean, we don't know the ages that's gonna be listening.
And our guest.
Yeah. Now, I can't control our guests.
We're gonna encourage them to stay clean, but I don't want to. I mean, some of them, they use a cuss word in every single sentence.
That's grandfather.
That's me during duck season.
Yeah.
So there's two of me's. You get duck hunter, and you get just J without the AY. Oh, yeah. I mean.
Well, before we run out of battery, because we're already on 10%.
Good night.
Yes. We're going to make a sign-up sheet for anybody. Maybe not a sign-up sheet, but we're working on our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that. If you want to come on, we can't afford to bring you here on a plane. So if you can drive here and you just want to come be on the podcast,
maybe we'll get there one day.
Yeah, but for now, just message us on Facebook or YouTube, Instagram, whatever. I don't think you can do a direct message on YouTube.
I have no idea.
Well,
you are asking the wrong one.
Maybe we'll have them send it to our email.
Oh, yeah.
They can.
Well, if we have a Facebook, they could probably just DM the Facebook or something.
Yeah. Maybe we'll type something up.
But for right now, I mean, unless you are willing to drive or whatever and you got stories, just make sure you got stories that have, like, be very descriptive with your stories, you know?
Yeah. Don't just...
And, I mean, we didn't dive deep into it today. This is like an introduction just to us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we didn't go super in detail. But like you said, come with a good story. One that you can span for at least 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, because, I mean, we're going to have questions about your stories either way. So, I mean, your 30 minutes worth of it could turn into an hour of our stuff, right. You know? I mean, it's just,
so...
Because we want to make good episodes. I mean, we don't just want a 30-minute episode. We want to give you something to listen to because, like, when we listen to podcasts, it's on the ride home and stuff like that. You know? But
yeah.
That was me.
So, yeah.
Speaking of, let me turn that.
Just check us out and hit us up on there, on one of our social media sites. You'll be able to listen to this on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. That's our plan. So just be prepared for that. I think that's enough to type this episode because we're running pretty low here. We're on 7.
Good night.
Good
My
Lord.
computer is working like a horse right now.
Yeah.
So, anybody...
We'll figure something out to be able to do a charger for that.
Yeah, I don't know why Apple only gives you 2 USB plugs for everything you got to do.
You could probably get an adapter, couldn't you?
Well, I got one
2
for the mics, but you're right. I probably could get another one of those.
Yeah, maybe.
Just have crap going everywhere, man.
Plugged into that
It'd be just like our...
Shorts out. We are.
It'd be just like our...
We got an extension cord that looks like a freaking transformer over there.
It's an adapter on an adapter on an adapter on an adapter. That
Plugged
bad
into
boy.
another adapter.
Yeah. So that thing's pulling.
He's kind of sketchy. We try not to have anything plugged up unless somebody's here.
Yeah.
Like, I had the idea today, hey, I'm going to just come by, turn the air on, and then leave. But then y'all said, well, we got a lot of adapters hooked up into one thing. So
Yeah.
Don't really want to leave that unsupervised.
Yeah. So, with that being said, mate.
Oh, brother.
Sounds like a rap.
I believe that is enough for episode number 1.
Let's get it.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Check us out on episode number 2. It will be out the next week.
Well,
we're only doing one a week for
now.
One a week.
Yeah. We just thought we'd let y'all know.
Yeah, one a week. So just hang in there.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So, thank you for listening. Now we will insert some sick outro music, hopefully. If not, that's it.
Still be a sick outro.
Yes. So, thank you, and
we'll catch you on the next
episode.